Timekeeper, what that person will do is going to write down the time of arrival or the time of departure of each and every employees who are working in a particular industry or in a particular company. Labor cost card, in one card all the employees details will be mentioned. So what is the formula under wholesale plan to calculate the wages? It is very simple. The formula is time taken into hourly rate. Hello everyone, I am Arun Kumar, lecturer in Department of Commerce and Management, Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysore. Dear students, welcome to this new session on unit number 3, session 1. The topic is employee cost. Yes, dear students, in this particular session, we are going to discuss about what is this employee cost, and also we are going to call the employee cost as labor cost. Okay, we're going to call it as labor cost. So in this session, we'll be learning about what is labor cost or employee cost and in what way we are going to calculate the wages of the employees, whether it's on piece rate system or whether it's based on the time, whatever the time taken by the employee on time basis system. So firstly, we're going to discuss about the meaning of employee cost. Okay, we all know what is cost. Cost is nothing but expenditure, right? Or some amount spent on purchasing an article is called cost, right? Amount spent on purchasing an article is called cost. So here, what is labor cost? Yes, the amount spent on the employees or on the laborers is called employee cost or labor cost. So here you can see this is the cost incurred in the form of remuneration paid to the employees or laborers of the organization. Which is the cost? Employee cost or the labor cost is a cost incurred in the form of remuneration paid to the employees or to the laborers of the organization. So employee cost is nothing but it is a cost paid to the employees in the form of remuneration who are working in an organization, that is called employee cost or labor cost. Okay. By continuing, the workforce required to convert materials into finished products is called labor. Yes, without laborers or without employees, right? Without laborers or without employees, not possible to convert the raw material into finished goods. So if you want to convert the raw materials into finished goods, yes, obviously you require laborers. So without laborers, it's highly impossible. So whatever the labor you are going to use for converting the raw material into finished goods, okay, that is called labor. Okay, it can be direct or indirect. Yes, just to convert a raw material into finished goods, just people or the laborers who works in the production department is not only important, and others also important. In an organization, there will be so many people, there will be so many employees who are working in different departments. So the people who are going to help to convert the raw material into finished goods, whether directly or indirectly, so every person or every employee is going to call as the labor for purpose of converting the raw material into finished goods. Direct labor. So what is this direct labor? The portion of wages and salaries which can be identified and charged to a single cost unit. Yes, the people who are directly engaged in manufacturing the particular products or whom they are directly involved in manufacturing a particular product, they are going to be called as the direct laborers. And indirect laborers. So who are called indirect laborers? Who cannot be directly related with the production of specific goods or services. Yes, the people who cannot be directly related with the production of specific goods or services. For example, the people who are working in manufacturing unit or in the production department, they are called direct laborers because they will be converting the raw materials into finished goods. Here we have few examples like foreman, storekeeper, timekeeper. These people were also working towards converting the raw material into finished goods, but they were not coming to the limelight. So those people were also called as laborers, but they are called indirect labor. So now, what is the meaning of employee cost or labor cost? Labor cost is nothing but the amount spent the amount spent on labors for converting the raw materials into finished goods, it is called labor cost, right? And in labor cost, we have two types, direct labor and indirect labor. So direct labor, the people or the employees who directly involved in converting the raw material into finished goods, those people are called direct laborers, and the employees who are indirectly helping to achieve the goal, they are called indirect laborers. Moving further, methods of timekeeping. So what is this timekeeping? One person will be appointed as a timekeeper. What that person will do is going to write down the time of arrival or the time of departure of each and every employees who are working in a particular industry or in a particular company. That is called timekeeping. So we have different methods in timekeeping. So the first thing is clock cards. So what is this clock cards? So clock cards is nothing but a card will be given, a particular card will be given to the employee. So always the employee should carry that card with him. So whenever he is getting into the company, he is supposed to give that card to the punching machine. That punching machine will punch the time at whatever the time the employee gets in. And if you want some break, again you want to go and punch the cards in a time machine. The time machine will punch whatever the time is going out. And at the time of completion of work, at the time of going back to the home, again he is supposed to go and punch the card with the time machine. So what will happen here? Every time when he gets in and he gets out, so he is supposed to give that card to the time machine, and time machine will punch the time, whatever the time is coming in and whatever the time is going out. That is called clock cards. Second one, token or disk method. So token or disk method. A metal disk or a metal token will be given to the employee. A metal token will be given to the employee. In that particular token, the name of the employee or a photograph of the employee, employee number, everything will be written in that particular token. So what the employee is supposed to do, whenever employee gets into the company, he is supposed to hang that particular token in a specific place. Wherever the employee is going to give some place to hang that, so there he is supposed to hang that and he is supposed to get into his work. Whenever he is going back, again that will be returned to the employee. Again for the next day to come back and you have to hang that token and he is supposed to get into the work. So that is called token or disk method. Next one, attendance records. Yes, obviously all will be knowing. In your class itself, the teacher will be taking the attendance to clarify that and to make sure that whether you are present in the classroom or not, right? So in the same way, whenever the employee gets in, the attendance will be taken. His name will be written in the registrar, and whenever he gets in, he is supposed to go and sign in this registrar. So that sign is nothing but he is present. If it is not signed, then it shows that he is not present. That particular employee is not present. So attendance records is nothing but a register will be maintained and the employee is supposed to come and sign in that particular register. And this attendance method is old as old. When the company started, they started keeping this attendance registered so that they can record all the details of the employees, that is when how many days he worked in a month, and that will be sent to the HR department so that they can make the payment to the employee. So these are the different methods or the three types of methods what we have in timekeeping. So time booking records. So time booking records, in time booking system maintain the records of each worker's productive time spent by workers in the factory. Yes, so the next thing after timekeeping is time booking. So what is the time booking? Time booking is nothing but in timekeeping system maintain the records of each worker's productive time spent the workers in the factory. That means whatever the productive time spent by the workers, that will be accurately maintained and that will be accurately, the details will be stored in the company. Next, the methods of time booking. So we have different methods. So whatever the time is spent on a particular work or on the different works, that time will be maintained by a timekeeper, that is called time booking. So in time booking, we have different methods. The first one is daily timesheet. So what is this daily timesheet? Daily timesheet is nothing but a particular sheet will be given. A particular sheet or a form will be given to the employee on daily basis. In that, the name of the employee, employee number, employee address, everything will be written, and the employee is supposed to write there about the time of arrival and how many hours he worked and what is the time of departure, so that each and every information will be available to the employer about the employee's work on daily basis. So every day is supposed to take this time sheet, that is the daily time sheet, and is supposed to enter all the details with respect to his work for that particular day. Next, second one, weekly timesheet. So what is this weekly timesheet? Weekly timesheet is nothing but instead of writing the details on daily basis, the employee is asked to write the details on weekly basis. So he used to write or used to fill 7 forms in a week, but in weekly timesheets, one sheet will be provided to write all the details with respect to that particular week work. So for that particular week, for 6 days, what and all the work he did, on what time he entered and what time he exited, and for how many hours he worked, every details will be written in a one form on weekly basis. So here on daily basis, you used to get separate sheets, but in weekly time sheet, one sheet will be given. In that one sheet, all the details should be entered by the employee about what is the time he gets in on everyday basis, and what is the time he used to go out or departure on daily basis. Next, job ticket. So what is this job ticket? Job ticket is nothing but a particular card will be issued. A particular card will be issued to the employee, so that the employee will be entering all the details with respect to what and all the work done by the employee. For example, if he is working in different departments, for how many hours he worked, in each department. So every details will be entered in the job ticket. Next, labor cost card. So what is this labor cost card? In daily timesheet and in weekly timesheet, the sheet will be given to a particular employee. But here in labor cost card, in one card, all the employees' details will be mentioned. Okay, all the employees' names will be mentioned. So the card will be passed on from one employee to the one employee, so that each employee is supposed to write their arrival time and departure time, so that the company will get to know what is the total labor cost incurred for that particular duration, for 1 week or for 1 month or for 1 day. That is called labor cost card, where all the details of all the employees will be written in one card, and that card will be passed on from one employee to another employee. So you'll get to know the total labor cost of that particular productional work. Next, time and job card. Yes, in time and job card, you'll get to know about 2 informations. So which are those? One thing, what is the arrival and what is the departure time, and the second thing, what is the number of hours worked. Okay, how many number of hours worked, that information you also get in time and job card. So in time and job card, you'll get to know about the arrival and departure of an employee, and also you'll get to know about how many hours the employee worked accurately with respect to a particular work. So these are different types of time booking what we have under cost accounting. Next, moving further, wage system. So what is this wage system? A system of wage payment which takes care of both, providing guarantee of minimum wages as well as offering incentives to efficient workers, helps to motivate the workers to a great extent. Yes, wage system is nothing but it is a system where it guarantees the minimum wages, as well as it also offers you the incentives for your effective work. The following are the various methods of payment of wages. Yes, mainly in this particular chapter in labor cost, we are going to use 2 methods to find out the wages of a particular employee. So in that, the first thing is remuneration on time basis remuneration on piecework basis and bonus system. Yes, we make the payment to the employees based on remuneration of on time basis. So whatever the time is going to work, for how many hours is going to work, on his number of hours we are going to pay the salary to that particular employee. If the employee worked for 9 hours, then we pay him for 9 hours. If he worked for 7 hours, we pay him for 7 hours. So remuneration on time basis. So based upon how many hours you worked, you'll get the salary. Next, remuneration on piecework. So here time will not work. How many products you produced in a day? How many number of units products you produced in a day? On that basis, we are going to pay the salary to the employees. If we produce 10 units, then we pay him for 10 units produced. If we produced 20 units, we pay him for 20 units produced. So remuneration on piecework basis. Next, bonus system. In case if he is working hard, for example, I have given him the work to complete 10 units, but he manufactured 15 units. So here he produced extra 5 units. So for that 5 units, I am going to give him bonus. That is called bonus system. Next thing, mainly we pay the wages based on two formulas. One is Halsey plan, the second one is Rowan plan. So based on two plans, we pay the salary to the employees, the wages to the employees based upon the Halsey plan and Rowan plan. So what is this Halsey plan? The standard time for completion of a job is fixed. Okay, the standard time for completion of job is fixed and the rate per hour is then determined. Yes, the standard time is fixed to produce the product and also the rate per hour is also fixed. If the time taken by the worker is more than standard time, then it shall be paid according to the time rate. Yes, in case if the employee takes more than the standard time, okay, for example, I have fixed the standard time of 10 hours, but he have taken 12 hours. Okay, so at this point of time, the employee will be paid based on the time rate system. So time taken multiplied by rate per hour. Time taken multiplied by rate per hour. Next, in Halsey plan, the time wages are guaranteed even if the output of worker is below the standard. In Halsey plan, the employee will get the wages based upon whatever the time spent by the employee to produce the product. Even if he is not going to produce, the guaranteed output, but still he will be getting the wages based upon whatever the time spent to produce. In case the worker completes the work in less than the standard time, then he will be paid according to the actual time. Example, time rate plus bonus calculated at a specified percentage of the saved time or hour. So here, if the employee takes more than the actual time, more than the standard time, then on hourly basis the payment will be given. In case, for example, we allotted him 8 hours, but he completed the work in 6 hours, right? For extra 2 hours, we are going to pay the bonus to the employee. So what is the formula under Halsey plan to calculate the wages? It is very simple. The formula is time taken into hourly rate. So what is the time taken into hourly rate plus of time saved into hourly rate, So time taken into hourly rate. For example, what is the time taken? 10 hours, for example. So into hourly rate, 100 rupees. How much you will get? 10 hours into 100 rupees. Obviously, you will get 1000. So here, time saved, for example, 2 hours and hourly rate is 100. So 200, half of 200 is 100. So 100 plus 1000, totally 1100 is going to be his total wages. So for saving the time, he is going to get half of his wages. So the formula is very simple under Halsey plan to compute the wages. The formula is time taken into hourly rate plus of time saved into hourly rate. So here you can see TT is nothing but time taken, HR is nothing but hourly rate, and TS is nothing but time saved. Next one, row 1 plan. So what is this row 1 plan? Under row 1 plan, the standard time for the completion of job and the rate per hour is fixed. So standard time is fixed and rate per hour is also fixed. If the time taken by the worker, is more than the standard time, then he is paid according to time rate. Okay, if he is taking more time to complete the work, then the payment will be paid based on the time spent. Next, time taken multiplied by the rate per hour. Yes, the time taken by the employee into per hour value. So what is the formula under row 1 plan? The formula is very easy. Time taken into hourly rate plus time saved divided by standard time into time taken into hourly rate. So time taken into hourly rate plus time saved divided by standard time and time taken into hourly rate. So this is the formula under row 1 plan. So if you start solving the problem under different formulas, it will be easy to you and you'll get to understand about how to use the formulas. So yes, with this, I'm going to wind up this session. So we'll meet in the upcoming sessions. So until then, thank you all. Have a nice day.